Syfa Inferno Monroe, and I'm here with the iconic Hall of Famer, forever Syfa Monroe. First of all, it's a pleasure being here with you. We're going to get into a lot of things as far as ballroom history. Since it hasn't been recorded yet, I'm going to get it from one of the most known, the most known Hall of Famer in the Kiki scene, and probably also the most productive Hall of Famer in the Kiki scene. So, first of all, say hello.
Hi.
So first of all, let's start. What is a Hall of Famer to you?
A Hall of Famer to me is a blueprint. Someone that not only is strong in their category, but is strong with leadership. To me, the Hall of Fame isn't really like a status like icon or legendary. Hall of Fame is an honor, saying thank you for what you've done, whatever it may be, whether it's excellence in your category, excellence in leadership, whatever your role is in the scene. The Hall of Fame is like a gift from the scene.
Okay. So I have a question, because that's a very respectable title. So why Forever Monroe without a title and you're a Hall of Famer?
Well, everybody knows I've been out since 2005. I started running houses in 06, and from 06 to about 2011, I ran every house of the year. So now that I'm in Monroe and I'm pretty much trying to wind my years out in the Kiki scene, I just thought, the next house that I'm in, I don't need a title. I've done enough as a title in several houses. So, I mean, why not go back home with my management team in Forever Monroe without a title?
So how did you get your invitation to Forever Monroe?
My invitation, oh, you just charged it. My invitation to Syfa Monroe came shortly after I decided that I would no longer be in the House of Lovo. I felt that at the time, management in the house wasn't really on the same page, and it was time for me to leave. So I had a conversation with two other Hall of Famers in the House of Monroe, and my invitation was given based off of that conversation with them.
Okay. Well, enough about Forever Monroe. Let's move on. So this is a big question for me, because I know that Tornado and the iconic Hall of Famer Tornado and Winter came out before Tyra. So why deem Tyra the Hall of Fame at the same time you deemed them?
My reason for wanting to deem Tyra at the same time I deemed Tornado on them, first of all, is because she was undeniable in female figure realness. There was no bitch anywhere to get Tyra. I mean, she ranged from New York to Jersey, Kiki scene. Right. She also was a very strong leader in the House of Elite, one of the oldest houses in the Jersey Kiki scene as well. Yes. So I looked at it like Tornado's unstoppable in Vogue film, Terry unstoppable runway, Tyra unstoppable realness. Why not deem all of them together?
Okay, that makes sense. So you said that you came out in 2005. How long did it take you to get deemed legend from 2005?
I could be wrong, but there's no one really active to correct me if I am wrong. I came out 05. I didn't do anything in 05. I was just a spectator watching the older people like Tawana, Massey, Yours, Erica, definitely Erica. She was a major part of Jersey's Kiki scene in 2005. 06, I opened my very first house.
Wow.
Which was the Kiki houses. Back then we didn't really do houses like we do now. We started off with, I guess you could say Disney houses. So I was in a house of Cinderella at that time. I was deemed legend, if I'm not mistaken. I became legend, I want to say 08, 09.
Okay.
I was deemed legend, and it was for commentating, because at that time I was the only voice. All the commentators that were in Jersey pretty much paid the Kiki scene, and the mic was passed to me.
So just so it's said clearly, you are the first legend or icon from Jersey for commentation.
Yes, I'm the first, not the only, but I'm the first.
Okay. And I know you may need to take a second to think back, but I want to know some of your greatest memories in your Kiki scene.
The greatest memories, I can go back to the ball everyone thinks is the first ball project I ever threw, but it's not. the Valentine's Day Massacre, which took place in 2006. We got the Tyra Banks show to come and do a lot of footage.
Wow.
I wasn't a commentator then, I was just a founding parent, and I did a lot of the background stuff that you don't get to see people do at balls.
Wow.
Definitely performance from 2008 to now, just dirty. And I guess I could say runway. When I started in 06, a lot of the girls that are performance divas now were runway girls. And that's when runway was a really big and nasty category.
Okay. So I heard you say that the Tyra Banks show came, right? So what do you think has changed about the Kiki scene where we don't have privileges like that? Because really the Jersey Kiki scene, sadly, doesn't get respected by a lot of people. And really don't have balls like that outside of Project Wow. So what do you think really has changed the Kiki scene to where it's not as productive as it was before?
I will only say like the management team. And I don't mean management as far as your house goes, I mean management as far as the state goes. Back then we had a lot of strong leaders that were really vocal and knowledgeable about what they wanted to do, how they wanted it done, who needed to be involved to make this thing a big deal. Now in Jersey, you don't really have people teaming up to promote balls. It's me, or I. It's no longer teamwork, so a lot of things aren't as big as it was back then. Another thing with the Tyra Banks show, like, we use the community a lot to pull them in. Like, I mean, of course, the Kiki scene is still a part of the community, but we don't do as much as we did back then.
That's right.
We'll get back to teamwork. Teamwork works.
Exactly. Just hold for a second and we'll be right back with part 2 of the interview with